Very happy to be here. I thought that I talked with some people yesterday, and I found that probably here is the biggest concentration of young entrepreneurs in Bulgaria and the region right now. So I'll try to make an opportunity to share our story and also my story of how we build a pan-European and even beyond a marketplace. I forgot about the clicker. So, but before I will share the whole story of expansion, I will try to say a few words about what's Blabla Car. Actually, how many of you know Blabla Car? I'm curious. So, not that many, and it's a good opportunity for me to tell you more about that. So, actually, Blabla Car, what Blabla Car does is easiest to explain on a basis of a trip. Let's imagine a driver that drives from Sofia to Varna today, and cost of motoring for him, like cost of his travel, will be probably around 80 leva. It's 500 kilometers, so fuel, all the costs of driving a car, like tires, insurance, and also depreciation of a car can sum up to 80 leva. It's pretty much. And then on the other side, let's try to answer one question. What's the value of his empty seats in a car? So it's quite easy to actually calculate. Let's try to imagine searching for a ticket on a train website, and then ticket from Sofia to Varna would cost probably around 30-40 leva. I might be wrong, but let's say that it's like that. So then if you sum up all those empty seats, the value is actually substantial. And what we did in Blabla Car is to create a marketplace where drivers can share their empty seats with passengers who go the same way. And this enabled us to actually unlock quite big transportation network. So like, found a quite interesting way to travel between cities. But that's how it looks right now. But when we started to operate, a lot of people thought of our website like, your guy's building a hitchhiking website, and it's probably not really a very good business idea. And then when you imagine who can you meet on your way hitchhiking, then it's probably very poor experience. So and then if you add up this kind of guys that a lot of people think of when they think of hitchhiking, then you are in trouble. And that's why we needed to find a solution. That's how we began, actually. Without that, all other stories would be irrelevant. So the solution was to build a trustworthy way of connecting between drivers and passengers. To do that, we actually came up with a quite easy and seamless experience of searching for travel. Created social profiles that could bring more trust in the connection between driver and passenger. Passengers and driver can give peer-to-peer reviews, so it's much easier to think of a driver as a trustworthy person. And then what differs us from hitchhiking is that you can plan a trip, so it's a very reliable way of transportation. And at the end, you need to pay to the driver, so it's not hitchhiking. But we had the solution, and then with this solution, over years, we are able to really unlock a new low-cost transport travel segment. When you consider a lot of different ways of transportation, you'll see like low-cost airlines, you'll see trains, long-distance buses. Like on shorter distance and shorter notice, you will see like commuter regional trains and also minicabs, like also subway and buses. And we try to position ourselves in a kind of niche that was not so far done by anyone else, and by that we really unlocked a new low-cost consumer travel segment. That brought us to quite nice growth over last 5 years. We reached 7 million people with very rapid growth in all the countries of Europe and also some part of Central and Eastern Europe. But coming back to the beginning of a story, actually that's how it looks now. But back 5 years back, we still didn't know how to do that. So we tried to look at successful EU companies, marketplaces. We are a marketplace, and we identified that not that many of them actually were able to not even like be single country winners. Even less of them became multi-country winners, but there are very limited number of them that became global winners. And we try to learn out of that what we should do further. And the thing that we thought first was, okay, we need to really build our footprint quite fast, because otherwise, we started with France with 1 employee in 2009. And we knew that when we become big in France, then we can end up being a local leader, while around you'll see all the copycats mushrooming and really making it hard to scale out of France, which will make us subscaled compared to other companies from US, for example. So we moved forward, and even before proving that our business model works, we expanded to Spain, which almost doubled our footprint. Then next year we started to accelerate. We got the first, so we started to monetize seats, which works on a way that we take commission of transactions between passengers and drivers. And same time, we also were able to next year get a funding from Axel Partners, which helped us to work with our strategy further. And then we expanded to Italy and Poland, and which was by my case. And next year, we reached Russia, Ukraine, and Germany. And I think that this strategy was quite successful, and it still works. By the way, sorry for the map. So let's try answer the question how we did it, and what's the recipe for that. And I think that most important way of expanding quite fast is to find local teams, and that's actually in the roots of our expansion plans. So before that, obviously, you need to analyze the market. You need to analyze number of factors. In our case, it's cost of fuel, what we call pain at the pump. So how much people are worried when they fuel their cars. We analyze cost of transportation, like a profile of the community, of society, quality of the roads, penetration of internet connectivity. It's probably different for a lot of other marketplaces. And then it comes to getting a local team, and then you have 3 options. Actually, 3 of them are equal for us, and we used all of them. One of them is acqui-hire, so or acquisition. It's finding a local player that's quite strong on the market, that has proven that ride sharing at all works on particular market. This was actually my case. My company was acquired by Blabla Car in 2012 in Poland. And we did it more times, actually, with Italy earlier, and later with a Russian company in the Russian market. Then you can spin off. Actually, we're a very multilingual company, multinational company. We have a lot of people in headquarters who come from different countries. So from time to time, we're able to select people who can go and grab the market and find them in our company already. And the third option is just hire a local. But it's very important to hire people on the ground, and it's something that we value a lot. So through like last 5 years, we are able to build 7 local teams, which may seem a bit crazy for a quite small company, which we still are. And it brings a lot of complexity. It brings a lot of legal problems that people may think of. And I think it's partially true, but we managed to find a way. And what we did actually was to create startups in a startup. So our local teams are very autonomous. They operate in a very autonomous fashion. That brings a very fun culture in a company, actually, but it also brings very fast growth, which is not stopped by complicated structure. And so autonomy is the key word that we bring to our local teams. And but last but not least, I think that thing you probably underestimate is that when you build all this structure, all these local teams, and let's say that they are very autonomous, then you may be worried about that your company may be a bit dismantled, the brand will be not really followed by, brand guideline will be not really followed by the teams. So we really haven't started good actually that, because we founded a company named Covotourage. That probably a lot of people will be it will be very hard to pronunciate that, and it's not really good global brand. So then we found out that we need to rebrand, and rebranded to Blabla Car. And actually, this probably brought a lot of questions. Well, were you guys drunk when you founded this name? Because it seems like something very ridiculous. And well, it's not. It was not founded like that. And the story behind that is very much linked with user experience and our product. When you register with BlaBlaCar, you define your profile. You define your biography. You add a photo to bring more trustworthy, to bring more trust in the connection between passenger and driver. And you also define your chattiness index. So you say how much talkative you are. And if you are a person who, after 5 minutes, can tell a story of his whole life, then you can name you blah, blah, blah. And then if you are less talkative, then you can choose blah, blah. And if you are a person who barely speaks during his travel, then you can say blah. And these three factors can be used to match people who will get along better. So that's the story of the brand. And summing all that up, I see that my time already ran out, but summing all that up, I can show you how a combination of local teams that has a lot of autonomy, combination of a good product, and combination of unified brand helped us to grow. So that's that's how French market grew. So it's not like our growth in France; it's monthly growth. It varies obviously month by month, so it's incremental. And then when we launched Spain, when we started to expand after Axel investment, then it summed up to even a higher value. Then if you add another countries, and you end up with our latest expansion, which was Russia, you'll see that only 20% of our members are from France, and 72% are from all other European countries. So that's how all this ended up. Thanks for listening to me. I hope we can talk with people who are eager to launch such platforms here in Bulgaria, in the region. So we are more than happy to talk with you, me and Lauren, who's here with me. Thanks.